Morning folks, it's Easter weekend, so what better time to choose than to try and replace the seal around the bath. Been putting this job off for a while now because it's a pain in the ass. It's not so much doing it, but it's getting the old silicone off. As you can see, I got the dreaded mould problem. I've removed this bit of silicone off already, but you can see this mould has got behind it. Here's some of the silicone I just removed. There you can see the nice black mould. Nasty stuff in it. Anyway, I tiled this a few years ago and the tiles are okay. The grout's alright. When you get the mould in the grout, that's an even more of a pain. So we're going to have to get all this off. It's not horrendous, I've seen worse, but it's not very sightly, is it? It's very unsightly, I don't like it. It starts off with a few little black dots here and there, but you know that it's in ground behind there. It's a problem. You can't really beat mould really. It's going to get you sooner or later, especially in a bathroom, you know. Best thing to do is keep the bathroom well ventilated as much as you can. We keep the little window open in the corner there, gives a bit of ventilation. We've got a vent up there, but even with all that ventilation, the mould gets a foothold. It's one of the earliest life forms, mould. So, you know, it's a real survivor. It's, you know, you can put bleach on it, you can put all sorts of chemicals on it, and it still comes back. So, you know, it is one of those things, we just got to accept it. So I have got a scalpel here. I'm also using a Stanley knife. I'm going to very carefully try and basically just cut the old silicone out. Now be very careful when you're using Stanley knives and scalpels and sharp blades. You could easily slip and then you end up down A&E. You do not want to end up down A&E, especially on an Easter weekend. So yeah, take great care. I'm going to crack on. Oh, I'll tell you what, the other thing I've got to show actually. I bought one of these things. I saw these advertised quite widely on social media. This silicone wasn't too bad. I did that with the dreaded finger. But I'm going to give one of these a go because they say you an idiot like me can get neat silicone jobs. So we shall see what we shall see. We'll come back to it a bit later. See you in a bit. Bye, over and out. Right, so I've scraped the silicone off from around the bath. Here's the bath seal, the shower seal. You can see it's gone pretty green, so we're being attacked by Mother Nature again. This looks like algae. So we're faced with mould and algae. So we don't really, I don't mind algae, but maybe not in the house. So we're going to pop it into this little bespoke cleaning device, which is designed for cleaning these. I made it up actually. It's a piece of 1.5 inch waste pipe sealed at the bottom with a nice bleachy solution in there. So we pop the shower seal into there, like that, and it goes. Just needs to go all the way down. It's gone into there. Top that up a little bit. There we go. And that can soak in there for an hour or two. That'll get rid of the algae. It'll come out looking gleaming and clean. In the meantime, I'm going to have to take a trip to Wickes to try and find some mould killer. So I thought I had some, but I haven't. Rule 1, get prepared with all the tools and equipment you need, which I didn't do. I thought I had mould cleaner, but I didn't. I need to get some decent silicone as well. So yeah, I'm off down to Wickes, so I'll see you again in a bit. Over and out for now. Right, so we've finished the arduous task of getting rid of all that flipping silicone. It took quite a bit of time to scrape it all off. There's a few little bits still on there, but it's good enough for what I'm doing. The tools I ended up using, Stanley knife, with a little scalpel as well. I kept snapping the blades on that though, so that wasn't quite so good. I had one of these little tools. Used to scrape paint off windows, but it's good for coming at an angle like that. Obviously these things are very sharp, so you've got to be ever so careful because your hand can slip quite easily. These are like razor blades, you know, very sharp. That's a razor blade. So yeah, that's good. We've cleaned the bar screen, rubber. That's been cleaned in a bleachy solution, and we've used some mould killer. This stuff is toxic, so ventilate the windows when you spray this stuff on. It's really strong. In the earlier shot you saw it was all black. There was black mould in there. I don't know if it's just bleached it, but that's all I can do really. I mean, I've given it a good couple of applications. I'll give it another one tonight. Give it a good old soak, get it right into all the little nooks and crannies. And we'll leave that for 24 hours really, just to do its thing and then dry it out. I've got to put a bit more silicone down there. I just cut up to there because I couldn't be bothered to take all that bit out because it's okay. Now I did say I was going to use silicone to re-silicone this, but I do remember a while back seeing these little strips you can get. So I actually ordered some of these strip stuff from Amazon. It's like comes in like a roll, and you kind of just unroll it and put it on with a hairdryer, I think. So I'm actually going to give that a go and see if that is better. I mean, it might be easier to get it off because it's probably going to get the mould will come back. There's no doubt the mould will come back. You cannot stop mould, literally. You can slow it down. Good ventilation is the main thing to stop mould, but in a bathroom it is going to be a damp environment, which is perfect for mould to grow in. But at least with these strips they're probably easier to get off than spending an hour or two scraping silicone off, which is a hopeless task. I don't really enjoy it. It's a pretty horrible job. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, I've ordered that, that's going to come tomorrow, so all being well I will put that on tomorrow. It's all looking pretty clean. I've cleaned all around the taps as well. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the way it's come up. No sign of any mould at the moment. Anyway, we'll see you on the next effort. Over and out. Oh, just as a, oh no, I did do that, didn't I? Sorry, I was going mad. I was going to use this tool, wasn't I, to put the silicone on it, but I don't need to do that now. Actually, just while you're there, these little things are quite useful. These little razor blades you can buy. They're quite handy because they've got like a little safety bit on there so you don't cut yourself. They're just single bladed. Anyway, there we go, over and out, see you in a bit. Hi guys, so welcome back to the bathroom ceiling project, my Easter job for 2025. I've just taken delivery of the tape. You get 3 rolls for about 10 quid. I'm not sure how much is on one roll, but I think it's more than ample. It comes like, it's got like a sort of a, I don't know what you call that, like lines through it, so it goes up, so obviously it's going to be like at 90 degrees. It'll be like that, won't it? So it's like pre-marked so that it bends up. And it's self-adhesive, so you've got to pull that red tape off and then stick it on. Pull the tape off as you go along, I guess. I'm going to do like a mitre in the corner. So I've got like a little mitre thing here so I can get the angle right. I'm going to try to anyway. Maybe I don't need to, we'll see. It comes with this little spatula. Don't know how useful that will be, but we shall see. I've got a little scalpel to cut it with, the mitre, and I've got my scissors. So let's give it a go. I'll report back to you in a minute. Right, so I've done it, I've finished. The first roll I used had no stick on it. You get 3 rolls for that 10 quid off Amazon, and yeah, the first roll was pretty hopeless. Didn't have any stick at all, so I went on and got onto the second roll. That seemed a bit better. I decided to use a hairdryer as well, so along with the hairdryer and this little tool, you kind of like push it in as you're going along. Make sure it's like pushed right in tight into the corner. It's like a 90 degree, isn't it? Yeah, heat it up, and just sort of run your finger down it a few times. Don't know, I'm not sure about it. It looks okay. It's not unsightly, but I don't know how good it's going to be. In the end, I just overlapped it in the corner. I didn't bother doing a mitre because I thought that might be a place where water could leak in. It kind of overlaps right, and then I just brought the silicone down into the corner. Yeah, let's see how long it lasts. If it fails, I will let you know. I'll do an update in maybe 6 months' time. See if it's still on there. Be interesting to see. Anyway, yeah, so use a hairdryer. Use the little tool to push it in. It's quite easy to do. It's sort of, you can put it on and off a couple of times and realign it. But yeah, it's quite tidy. Looks okay. Let's step back and have a look. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a bath, isn't it? As long as it stops the water going down the back. I mean, I've gone past the splashing stage, to be honest with you. More when we use a shower, I guess. I do like a bit of a splash occasionally, but anyway, there we go. I will let you guys know. I'll give a report back in about 6 months' time. Over and out for now. Bye.